Welcome back to the Hammerdown Festival YouTube channel, and we're sat here today with Merrick from Immortal. How are you doing?
Good man, how you doing?
I'm very good, thank you. Thank you very much for jumping in to the slot. We're really, really grateful for that.
That's
Um,
all right. Looking forward to it.
it's not bad timing considering download. I suppose we've got to talk about that straight away. How the hell was that?
Yeah, that was fantastic. Yeah, that was really good. I think you offered us the slot. I can't remember whether it was before we went on
Two
stage
hours
or
before. 2 hours before.
2 hours before we went on stage. And I was like, yeah, let me just let me do this quick. Then I'll get back to you
We just pop
and
on
do that.
stage quickly. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But no, it was really good, really good. Yeah, very pleasantly surprised at the amount of people who pulled up. So
It's
yeah, it was
insane,
good.
isn't it? Yeah. I mean, we've had quite a few bands over the years who've done that download takeover. I mean, Bleed
Yeah,
Again headlined it last year, and I
yeah,
was there with them, so I saw the sea of people. I mean, it's insane, isn't it? It's a pretty
yeah, yeah, yeah.
massive thing. I mean, it's the only music on the Wednesday, so if you want to listen to a band, you've got to get in
There
that.
was there is another stage. There was another stage on,
Oh,
but
was
for like
there?
VIP people only.
Yes.
Yeah, because I know Defences played it and stuff, and a couple other bands were
Mm.
doing it as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big draw, so that looked very good. Have
Yeah,
you
it was good
seen much
fun.
benefit from it? Like, is it starting to?
Um, yeah, we've got a bunch of yeah. I mean, I guess so. It's we've got a lot of content from it, that's for sure.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
So
No,
it's kind of like I know the guys at Live Nation and Andy Copping certainly watched some of it. I spoke to Cameron a bit afterwards, which was good. So hopefully see what happens there.
hey man, that's pretty big. If they were there, that's wicked. That's really really
Yeah.
cool.
So
I'm glad they're getting involved with it because traditionally they've sort of left it to Heather. It's sort of her thing. Let her get on with it. And I'm not sure how many years they're actually in the tent for, Andy and stuff. So that's pretty cool.
yeah, who knows? Yeah.
Yeah. So last year was a very, very busy year for you. You had a wave of releases, and then
Yes.
headlined our Winter Militia at the end of the year. Just wanted to
Good.
go back and ask how 2024 was for you guys because there was a lot that went on.
Yeah, it was good. We just it was about releasing music last year and just sort of figuring out what direction we're going to go in and sort of what we kind of naturally settle on, what kind of resonates best with people,
Mm.
and sort of lean into that. That was last year was a bit of a experimentation year.
Well, it's funny you say that. That's actually my next proper question. The last single we had in November, which was By Design, right? Um,
Yeah,
and then my question was, your sound has obviously evolved a lot over the years. Maybe 10 years ago when we were first working with you guys, you probably call yourselves a tech metal band, I would say. And I wondered, I'm
yeah.
not to pigeonhole yourself, but how have you seen that sound evolve? How would you describe yourselves now? And to tag on to what you were just saying, with that experimental year, where are you settling on? What's going on in camp at the moment?
So we've definitely like developed away from doing stuff that's complicated for the sake of being complicated,
Right.
and sort of like I think we've all collectively got better at writing songs
Okay.
over anything else. And so the particular 10 years ago we were kind of just enjoying doing complicated music and all of that. But then it's kind of songs sometimes can be a bit lackluster if you focus on that. So our main focus has just been writing good songs that are going to go like down well live and get like get a crowd going and sort of be really fun to play. That's kind of been our shift in focus. So we've kind of made it easier to play for ourselves. I mean, it's still fairly challenging. Like it's not. I wouldn't describe them as easy three chord rock riffs,
No.
although there is some of that. But it's not mental tech metal. So it's a lot it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier for a crowd to engage with, like festival audiences and things like that.
People
Stuff that's
unfamiliar with you. That's the challenge, isn't it? If it's really, really techy, people are unfamiliar to what's going on.
yeah, and there's an inherent like ceiling to that sort of thing. And sort of we're sort of in this to kind of just keep going as long as it's fun, sort of thing. As long as we can keep sort of seeing development and keep growing and all of that, even at a snail's pace, and if it's fun to do, then it's sort of worthwhile doing from our part. So that's been the thinking behind the shift.
So is the focus more now on so if it used to be making things as complex as possible, is it more now focusing on a melody or a set of lyrics first and then adding
But
complexities later on, or
I think I don't think we were ever like, let's make this really hard. But we were a bit like, oh, this is too simple. Let's complicate it. We were definitely had a bit of that in the past. I think now like we've kind of, I'd probably say, grown out of that, and just now the focus is really on just writing good songs and working from that. Good songs that get people moving, that make people want to sort of dance and mosh about and jump about and pit at a metal show. Yeah, basically we're just trying to make songs that like create a really good like live metalcore experience,
Mhm.
like that hit hard, that kind of are bouncy and sort of moshable and like sing alongable and all of that stuff.
Sing alongable? Good word.
Yeah, because that's sort of the, it's in theory like metalcore in theory is the best live genre.
Hmm.
Like it just it out of all music, just
Yeah,
because of like the kind of thing. So just trying to do stuff that maximizes that and minimizes like fart sniffing, pretentious like guitar music.
understood. No, fair enough. Yeah, I think you're right about metalcore. I think if there's any genre where I can go to a gig and have loads of fun with bands that I know nothing about, metalcore I definitely have the best time with.
Yeah.
That's certainly true. Okay, so by design was tail end of November. So we've had a bit of a pause in the release of new music, and I wonder what's next, when we're likely to hear something. Yeah, what's going on in camp?
But we've been working on an EP, so
Okay.
we're going to do, and just potentially release it as singles also, but it will be packaged as an EP. And but we don't really have any set dates on that yet.
No, that's all
Kind
right.
of, kind of specifically like not setting ourselves pointless deadlines because it just doesn't. There's no point.
Never
Just
works out that way anyway, does it?
it makes everyone rush, and it just doesn't, like with the way all our lives are set up. It just doesn't really work doing that.
No.
So yeah, working with an EP is definitely in the works, and we're just sort of taking it fairly easy, seeing what comes our way. No, we've had this weird thing of finding out the less hard we try, the more cool stuff seems to happen. So, which is kind of bizarre. So, which is yeah, that's the biggest change. So, kind of sort of more of that, just writing cool music and doing shows as and when like they look like they're going to be really good.
Maybe I should chill out a bit then. That's some good advice.
Pardon?
Maybe I should chill out a bit then. That's some good advice. Thanks, mate.
Well, it's weird because it's like it's very counterintuitive, but like it's expectation setting as well. Like if you build yourself up and stress yourself out so much. Obviously, sometimes it's necessary because there's actual things to do, and it's all got to be done on deadlines and things like that. But sometimes just existing in a permanent state of sort of stress about something actually just makes your expectations way higher.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then you live in a permanent state of disappointment when like a cool thing does happen, but you can't. Your nervous system's in no place to sort of appreciate the cool thing that's going on.
Good point. Yeah, 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 yeah.
So it's a weirdly counterintuitive sort of thing, but it seems to have done. Yeah.
Seems to
So,
work for you guys. So you were able to enjoy without the nervous system popping off download. Then that's good.
yeah, exactly. Because it was like, cool, yeah, fine, sweet. We've been doing this a while. We've been around the block a few times. Cool, we're playing
Right.
download in some form.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's just enjoy it. We know we can do it. We know we've played big stages. We know how to do this. This is not hard. We know how to play the songs. We just got to go out and do the thing and not overthink it and just yeah, just
And
get
the
it
thing
done.
was done. The thing was done. Very good. So,
Exactly, and enjoy it.
one final question for you. We've been asking all the
Yeah.
bands in these interviews. If you were to pick your ultimate festival lineup that you in Exist Immortal would appear alongside, I want you to give me six bands.
For festival lineup. So if we go sort of big festival, I would love to see. I would love to be on a lineup with all the big hitters of like modern like metalcore.
Okay.
Like so like that's obviously the obvious ones, the Bring Me's, the Sleep Tokens, the Architects, the Spirit Boxes, but yeah, let's go with those to begin with.
Well, that's four. That is the quick. You said there was going to be lots of moments of silence. That's the quickest.
Yeah, there was, and then I actually realised it's not actually that difficult. Yeah,
That's four already.
and I'd probably also add like Bad Omens and who else can we throw in there for a bit of a wild card? So I would say I Prevail.
Oh yeah, good band. Yeah, yeah, cool. Um, I saw them at Download a few years ago. The clean singer was in a had crutches and his leg was all in a cast and stuff, and he was still swinging his leg
Yeah,
around and spinning in circles. They were great. They were
nice.
wicked.
Yeah,
Okay, so the ultimate festival bill that you'd love to appear on is with Bring Me the Horizon, Sleep Token, Architects, Spirit Box, Bad Omens, and I Prevail.
yeah.
I would pay for that. That's a sick line.
It's proper metalcore lineup. That is.
That is a meaty, meaty bill. Well, Merrick, thank you so much. Appreciate your time, and we'll
All
see
right.
you in just a couple of days' time now. See you at
Yeah, we'll see
Hammerdown.
you soon. Nice one. Cheers, Harry.